Hey, my friend, Adam here. I'm heading to Amazon Accelerate next week, so in this video, I thought I'd share with you 10 killer e-commerce marketing tips and strategies. Whether you already have an existing e-commerce store or business, or you're just getting started, you're not going to want to miss this one. E-commerce marketing is one of the most complicated and competitive fields out there, which is why in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 e-commerce marketing strategies, tips, and tricks that I've learned over the past 10 years doing e-com marketing. So before we dive in, first let me tell you about Amazon Accelerate. If you want to make more sales, grow your brand, and build a profitable online business, then you can't afford to ignore Amazon. As the largest online retailer with hundreds of millions of users from across the world, the fact is if you're doing any kind of e-commerce marketing at all, I think it would be crazy to not at least take a look at how to set up and optimize your Amazon account for maximum sales. And the best way to learn what the top sellers on Amazon are doing right now is Amazon Accelerate, which is taking place in Seattle on September 13th and 14th, or you can attend virtually. Amazon Accelerate is Amazon's premier annual conference dedicated to supporting and empowering its independent seller community. So I'm heading down there next week to learn about some of the latest seller innovations and product developments, as well as to try to pick up a few tips and tricks from the workshops and other experts. As great as Seattle is though, if you can't make the trip, you can still check it out by streaming the entire event virtually from the comfort of your home, for free. The fact is, if you're currently selling or are interested in selling in any of Amazon's stores, then you're going to want to find a way to attend virtually for free by heading to amazonaccelerate.com. So make sure to do that now, and I'll see you there. Let's start with number 1. Variety and novelty. Seriously, stop being boring. If you're mimicking the guy or girl next door, you gotta stop. That's not marketing, that's monkey see, monkey do. You know who talks about standing out brilliantly? Marty Neumeier in his book Zag, so if you want to learn more about that, it's a great place to start. So what are others in the industry doing? Standard stuff mostly, discounts, bundles, more discounts. So what can you do differently? Well, how about a loyalty program that's actually worth it? Or shocker, a product that works so well it doesn't need a discount. Nobody cares about another Me Too copycat product. You want to be the Tesla among Fords. Number 2, personalization. Because robots shouldn't treat us like robots. We're not in the 90s anymore, where Dear Customer letters were the norm. You can and should use technology to make your customer feel like they're the only one in the room. Picture this. Personalized recommendations, tailored emails, a site that remembers what you like and suggests things accordingly. Lots of software allows you to personalize site content based on users and their behavior. All you've got to do is just type e-commerce site personalization into Google and you'll find more information than you ever wanted. Number 3, go where your customers are. If you want to make more sales, grow your brand, and build a profitable online business, then you can't afford to ignore Amazon. As the largest online retailer with hundreds of millions of users from across the world, the fact is if you're doing any kind of e-commerce marketing at all, I think it would be crazy to not at least take a look at how to set up and optimize your Amazon account for maximum sales. The fact is, if you're currently selling or are interested in selling in any of Amazon's stores, then you're going to want to find a way to attend virtually for free by heading to amazonaccelerate.com. So make sure to do that now, and I'll see you there. Next up, split test, because your gut can't count. Make your initial decision based on what you know and have researched, and then let data take the wheel and split test the heck out of it. You want to split test landing pages, checkout pages, upsells, downsells, cross-sells, headlines, product descriptions, guarantees, and basically everything else that I talk about in this video. Important note here, make sure things are statistically significant. So without getting too fancy, what you're looking for here is the p-value, which is the probability value, a number describing how likely it is that your data would have occurred by random chance. Next up, hook 'em, or else they swim away. We're living in a world with an attention span less than a goldfish, so those first 5 words are everything. Everything, I tell you, everything. Dive into storytelling, create a scene, and for the love of clicks, make sure to follow the number 1 rule and don't be boring. Also, at the risk of repeating myself here, you do want to split test the first 5 words of everything you create in order to see what works and what doesn't. So you can do more of what works, less of what doesn't. I'm talking about making sure those first 5 words of everything you write is gold, like your headlines, your taglines, the first few lines of an ad or social media post, your product descriptions, everything. There's a saying in copywriting that the goal of the first line is to get them to read the second, and the goal of the second line is to get them to read the third, and so on. Next up, problem first headlines. Rub salt in the wound. Your headlines shouldn't be about how great your product is, because the sad fact is, no one cares. Not yet, at least. First, tell me how bad my problem is, make me feel it, and then, and only then, show me how you can solve it. A solution presented without first adequately aggravating the pain and problem is pretty much useless. For example, I don't need a new sprinkler system until you show me how dead and awful my lawn is. And I don't need a new blender until you show me how my old one is doing a terrible job and could spontaneously explode at any moment. And I certainly don't need, well, whatever these things are. That is, at least until after you show me the burrito-sized hole in my heart that can only be filled by throwing burritos at my closest family and friends. Next, irresistible offers, not just for infomercials. An offer isn't an offer if it needs a decoder ring just to understand. Clear beats clever every day. Free shipping? Well, make it big and bold. BOGO? Don't make me squint to see it. Value needs to be greater than price, which is nothing more than a marketing issue. So showing off your product and all of its features and benefits is worth taking the time to do right. And don't be afraid to brag about just how great your thing is. A great way to do this is with the use of this next tip here. Benefit bullets, because features are for techies. FAB stands for features, advantages, and benefits, but let's get real. It's the benefits that seal the deal. Pretty sure that rhymed. And arranging them in a way that I call benefit bullets is one of the most effective, battle, and time-tested strategies I know. Here's an example. Bullet 1, cut your laundry time in half. A benefit. Bullet 2, sock sync technology ensures you'll never lose another sock. Another benefit. Bullet 3, eco-friendly means you're saving the planet one wash at a time. Again, it's all about the benefit. The key here is to focus on the end state, the result, the outcome, or like I've been saying, the benefit that someone is going to get as a result of buying your product. Okay, next up, social proof. Let others do the talking. We, as humans, don't always know what to do, what option is best, and what we should buy or not buy. And that's what makes social proof such a powerful and profitable tool to use. Case studies, testimonials, 5-star reviews, all of these allow you to prove to potential customers that you are the real deal and that you're as good as you say you are. René Girard summed it up best when he said, "Man is the creature who does not know what to desire, and he turns to others in order to make up his mind." Next, scarcity. Playing hard to get works. Of all of the tools available to you, scarcity is quite possibly the most powerful of them all. It's human psychology 101. We want what we can't have, and we place more value on things that are hard to get or that we can't have right now. But here's the deal. Fake scarcity is a one-way ticket to losing customer trust, so make sure to keep it real, whether we're talking about a time-sensitive offer or limited stock availability. Next, I got a bonus tip for you, tip number 11, part of the whole under-promise, over-deliver thing. So, risk reversal. Give them a cozy safety net. Today's customers are understandably more cynical and skeptical than ever before. They've seen it all, heard it all, and probably been burned a time or two before. This is why things like money-back guarantee and 30-day trial and free returns aren't just words, they're contracts of trust. So, don't underestimate them. So, you've got your tips, your tricks, your nitty-gritty details, but the real question is, what are you gonna do with them? Well, my friend, let me break it all down into an actionable step-by-step plan that'll show you exactly what to do next to increase your sales. In the next 24 hours, focus on identifying your unique selling proposition, USP. Trust me, if you don't have a USP, you're just another face in the crowd. Also, try to implement at least one personalization feature on your site. It could be as simple as a welcome back name. Next, run a basic split test. Nothing fancy, just enough to get some initial data. Then, in the next week, draft headlines focusing on problems. Remember, you've got to aggravate before you alleviate. After that, develop an irresistible offer and highlight it on your main page. Make it scream, "Click me." And try to collect some form of social proof, even if it's just your mom saying, "This is the best thing ever." Thanks, Mom. In the next month, revisit all your testing data and make adjustments, and get rid of anything that's not performing. Also, leverage scarcity in an ethical way. No bait and switch shenanigans, obviously. And work on creating a risk reversal strategy and make sure it's prominently displayed. And if you'd like to increase your sales even more, then you're definitely going to want to check out the video that I've got linked up right here, which is going to show you 15 different psychological sales and marketing triggers that make people buy. So make sure to tap or click that now, and I'll see you in there in just a second.